Good morning, beautiful souls. Happy Friday. It's week 49. Week 49. I'm going to keep going on about this every week at the moment, which means we've only got 3 episodes left until we've hit week 52, and it all resets again for 2024. And I've got a few little ideas for what I'm going to be doing with this particular channel next year. I'm going to kind of be mixing it up. I'm going to obviously still be doing the regular Ascension reports and meditations, but I'm also going to be throwing in a few curveballs as well, which everybody should enjoy, hopefully. So what we're going to talk about today, interesting things going on with the energy, very, very interesting. And our next important date is the 12th of the 12th. Now that aligns with Metatron's day, so it's a very important date. And during the period of time between the 12th of December and the 21st, which is the solstice, we're going to have a very intensive window. And I can hear everybody go, oh, another intensive window. Yes, basically. I think by now, with the way that this year has gone, that we are used to intensive windows, powerful portals of energy, and all of the other stuff that's coming through. And the whole point of this year has been to make physical adjustments. So you and I, everybody else in the light field, and I know you've heard me talking about this before, but we've had to readjust to new frequencies very quickly. And that, I believe, is what has pushed our nervous systems and our physical selves almost to the point where we feel that we can't cope. Now, you might have noticed if you visit my website that Mia Kafkios and I have been running a 6-month Ascension journey. We did the question and answer, the third or the fourth question and answer this week. And what I noticed were a very interesting kind of theme amongst the questions of the people participating with regards to our physicality. You know, how much longer are we going to have to kind of endure the intensity, the tiredness, the Ascension symptoms? And I always like putting, like, you know, Ascension symptoms in inverted commas, because it's a mixture of, I mean, you can spend so much time attributing everything that you're experiencing and feeling to the Ascension process, where you actually forget that you're a human being. And I know I've done it before. You feel a certain way, you immediately look for an energetic excuse or something to attribute the physical blame to. And in many cases it's down to us. It's the way that we're treating ourselves, it's the way that we're thinking, it's the food that we're putting in our bodies, or the drink, or the medicines, or the environment. The spiritual diet is something that has been reoccurring in my field of consciousness over and over and over again, but particularly this year. Now, the question that kind of repeated itself in this Q&A with the Advanced Ascension group was, how much longer are we going to have to endure or go through the very physical parts of our Ascension process? Are we destined to forever be feeling like we've been hit by an energy bus, like we need more sleep, like we can't mix or commune with this person because their vibration or their energy's different? All of these different things that we've really we've had a full experience with this now, and we're very acquainted with it. But I also believe that it's kind of time to be moving on from that. And that's very much kind of the the theme from the higher realms, is that this is temporary. You're not going to feel like this forever. And on the other side of it, you're actually going to have to relearn as a human being about what it's like to feel good, what it's like to feel normal, And I know that's something that I'm personally going to have to relearn. Told a story also during this Q&A about my first encounter with Archangel Gabriel and his Ray of Purification. And I know he's probably smiling as I'm talking about this, because when I first started working with and discovering these ascension energies, I was like a kid in a sweet shop. I couldn't get enough of it. It's like, give me that diamond ray, give me the gold ray of Christ. Ooh, something violet, I'm going to soak my fields in it. Pink rays, blue rays, diamond rays, all of this absolute cosmic goodness that we have literally at the tips of our fingers. It's even easier to access than the internet. All we have to do is think of the master, think of the energy, or think of the angel or the dragon, the galactic, and that is part of us. And then we can like super affirm it, make it even more powerful by bringing in the I am. So just as I'm saying this now, if you're not familiar with this, or you might be, I am the gold ray of Christ. I am the gold ray of Christ. I am the gold ray of Christ. Ta-da! You are now mixing and merging with the gold ray of Christ. You have called it to you. When you state the words I am, you embody the consciousness, and the spiritually the geometric structure of those energies becomes at one with you. We've already got the codings and the aspects of these energies within us. We just become it. So you call that energy in, you think it, you speak it, you become it, and whatever version of it, whatever frequency is available to you at the time, becomes you, and you shine it, you radiate it. You then have the capacity to change your environment around you. But I digress. So when I first started discovering these energies, I was really into the diamond ray. It was my thing at the time. I absolutely loved the feeling of the frequency. I've always been very close to Archangel Gabriel, and so for 3 days on the trot I worked intensely with the diamond ray. I didn't work with it, I just literally overused it. So day one, I'm calling in the diamond ray, and do you know what it's like when you first get that connection to a higher frequency? You get almost like that endorphin hit, because that's your natural frequency, that's your where you've come from. Immediately your bodies and your fields and your soul remember this, so you get that rush of I'm at home. But then when you're using this powerful cosmic energy that's designed for a specific purpose, it begins to do what it's designed to do with the physicality that you are. The diamond ray has a very specific effect, the diamond ray of purification. So 3 days later, when I woke up and I felt like I had been run over by a bus, I kind of pleadingly asked Archangel Gabriel, what's wrong? Why don't I feel amazing? You know, like how can I be feeling this crappy? And I just can remember this, it was just like a one-liner from Archangel Gabriel. It's like, well, you've called in purification, what do you expect? And it's at that point that the penny dropped, that these energies aren't toys. We're not playing with these energies, we're relearning how to use them, and we have incredibly high and far-reaching access to them, amplified 1,000-fold by our connections to our crystals. But our physical bodies are still recovering from the third dimension. Okay, so if you are listening to me this morning and you are feeling this way, if you are going through a process, say you are cleansing, say you are dropping density, maybe you feel like you can't get out of bed. I don't know whether it's a retrograde yet, it probably is. Everybody loves a retrograde, don't they? Especially a Mercury retrograde. Mix it with a full moon or something like that, and you've got an Ascension energy party. But we've got to the stage now a little bit where I believe that, or I feel that we're all kind of like, bracing for impact when these cosmic alignments come in. And in my answer to the questions, in whatever form that they were presented the other day, were no, we're not going to feel like this forever. How we are feeling at the moment is very much a uniqueness, if that's a word, of where we are on the ascension process. Our bodies that have not been designed to live in the density of 3D to the degree that we embraced it, are now relearning to be high frequency human shells or bodies, or our old capacity for light integration was originally by divine design very high. Okay, so we have what I call, and what other people call, an Adam Kadmon blueprint, which is now a gold print. So our bodies and I believe this is kind of backed up by the more high frequency kind of circles of science, our bodies, your body, my body, has the capacity to live for 300 years, okay, longer if we really look after it, if we have the right environment. But due to traversing 3D, and 3D has been nothing short of anti-human, okay, due to our passage through the third dimension, the programs, the hypnosis, the full immersion into the illusion of separation, our bodies have kind of been programmed consciously and unconsciously to have a short expiry date. So now at this point in time, we're kind of, when we were born into 3D, it was kind of set in motion that we'd have 60 to 80, 100 years, if we're very lucky, of incarnation time on this planet before the body has basically seen better days and no longer wishes to be here. It shuts down, it gets old, all of the organs start to fail. But that is a product of our toxic environment. So if you think about the way that societies around the world, apart from the ones that haven't been kind of overtaken by the more shadowy aspects of 3D, the ones that have remained in tune with nature live longer, they're healthy, they have open hearts, they are connected to the sky, to the waters, to the trees, to all of the other aspects, and their life expectancy is longer. Whereas, say for example me, I was born on the south coast of England, and although it is a beautiful part of England, it is also very much part of what I would consider to be the 3D matrix. The whole of the UK is, apart from if you start going up north and things become a little bit more remote. So the programming in places like this, in cities, in built up areas where a lot of people are plugged into the grid, life expectancy has been lowered, and that has been a collective belief system that has been installed into us. So our bodies and our energy fields are now being recalibrated to exist at a higher frequency. We are stepping out of the illusion, out of the control matrix. And one of the things that I've been impressed upon time and time again is to begin the process of reprogramming my own personal belief systems as to how long this human me, this version of me, is going to be toddling around in physical on this planet. Because it's longer than we were led to believe, okay, much longer. But in the meantime, we are having to adapt the physical us, this suit that we wear that houses all of these high frequencies. We're having to adapt the physical us to hold much higher frequencies than the ones that we were born into during the third dimension. So this is why our nervous systems are crying out for assistance. This is why our bodies are telling us to make the changes, drink more water, eat and drink less toxins, be very aware of what we put into our body on a social, even the more negative aspects of social media, the ones that kind of like are designed to be the rabble rousing, to create fear. All of that creates stress upon the body, which then kicks into the field of the aging system that so many people are plugged into. So in the future, and this is not far away, as our DNA is activated at a higher frequency, these crystalline activations are going through our DNA, we are going to start living in a frequency that supports longevity, which means you and I eventually, or if not us, our next generations, our future generations to come, can expect to be here for longer. And this is going to increase, and it's going to grow. It's one of the things that I feel is so exciting about our movement into the fifth dimension, is it completely changes the platform for physical living. So the reason why you might be feeling completely blasted at the moment, or you might be listening to this thinking, well, I feel great, what's he talking about? A lot of people aren't. Okay, we're kind of we're making changes, we're making adjustments to the nervous system, making adjustments to the physical. So many people have embraced the new consciousness and adjusted how they treat themselves very quickly, and it's a beautiful thing to see. Going out in nature as I am, I wouldn't miss this for the world. This is my thing, like it doesn't matter how kind of tired or disconnected that I'm feeling, this particular form of service, going out into the woods, connecting into what's coming in, speaking, feeling, getting in tune with nature around me, that is the most therapeutic thing that I could possibly have done for myself. So even though it's a transmission of information from me to you, this is by far the most beautiful thing also that I could be doing for myself. So we're all relearning what serves us at that level. Purity. Okay, we're kind of doing a round robin back to what I was discussing that day with Archangel Gabriel about the process of purification. You are purifying, and your body is also telling you that it is no longer aligned with the things that are in opposition to purification. So the chemicals, the EMFs, the stress, the pace of life, the negativity, all of these things are regarded now by your higher frequency body as toxicity. So the toxicity will not be tolerated in the fifth dimension. Okay, your body will set the tone and the pace of what it requires and what it needs at this higher frequency. And of course it's slightly paradoxical that I'm talking about this just as we're heading towards kind of the festive period, Christmas, if we, whatever part of the world you're in, whether you celebrate it or not. In the northern hemisphere, it does kind of lean much more towards the indulgent side. The light has gone, it's dark, everybody's gathering together, there's food, there's alcohol, there's parties, and also there's an abundance of stress that comes alongside this as well. So, we tread carefully with this one. We do the work, but we also make sure that we have time and space to enjoy ourselves with our loved ones and give ourselves the downtime that we need if we need it, which invariably we do. So in the future, look forward to your body calling for you to purify, to up your game, to make sure that you are in alignment with these agreements that you have made, not just with your own soul, but with Mother Earth herself, to be part of the transition of moving from the third dimension, which is past tense. We left the third dimension on the 21st of December 2012, but we had so much fourth dimensional intermediate unraveling to do for the first 10 years. We're no way near clear of that yet. There is so much more work to do, but the first port of call is to sort self out, self-love, as within, so without. The reflection of our outside world is ultimately down to the individual and the collective conscious application of everything that we're doing together. So as you change yourself, as you take these steps that you need to take, watch the world around you change, because you are a leader by example. You are a teacher by what you are bringing through, embodying and imparting to other souls. So my lovelies, that's it from me today. On the 10th, which is not tomorrow but Sunday, I'm coming together with my good friend Lavisa Alton. We're being joined by the lovely Anna Indra Larson, and we're doing a serious upgrade for the bodies. The workshop is available in the comments. We're going to be working with the Super Helix, which is going to be part of the DNA activation, and also the energies of the Rose Galaxy, which Anna actually identified coming through the last time I was in Sweden in May, which was a beautiful sunny spring day. Then on the 12th, I'm going to be getting together with Diana Cooper for our Helios Power Hour, and neither of these are to be missed, so please come and join us. And then it's the march to the solstice. See you all there. Love you all lots. I'll be back on Monday with a Monday meditation, and have a beautiful weekend. See you soon. Bye for now.